don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take your man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this button, the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And, Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now Marshall.
Whoosh.
That one good for 33 in the first.
Well, if you're the team that has the ball, you're loving this series. No matter what you're dialing up, in the air, on the ground, you're getting big-time chunks of yardage. And right now, they've got that defense wobbling. So
the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he stopped immediately there. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a first and 10 at the 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Keith Marshall, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Mack. Nifty move. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30. Past the 20. A huge play that time for the Colts. 62 yards on the ground. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit. But how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level. One of the best players in the game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw is long. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And here's Marshall. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And the Colts getting ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Flush to his right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Luck. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. A shotgun snap for Luck. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now here comes Kansas City. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second. Now this time Mahomes will throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run with Marshall. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down again.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley, 47 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Justin Houston. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, here's Love. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Luck now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They'll run it with Mack. Able to get couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now a play fake, and it's Locke. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to go for a big play downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Play action. It's Locke. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On 3rd down. That's Mack. And out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st down, Locke. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They'll fake it. Now Locke. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton from 13 yards out. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the 2-point try. Luck now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Left.
Right back to him on 1st down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
This is Marshall. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Danico Autry in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Luck. But he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Luck. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Luck now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally
and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off of play action, Luck. He'll buy some time right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing on third down, Luck. And he connects with Ebron. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. From the 50, it's Luck. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to throw, Luck. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. Luck going to keep it on the sneak. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Luck, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. After the interception, it's Luck. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Strong right.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got some real estate inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play out?
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On play action, they'll throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Doyle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Luck. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. The Colts on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a carry from back. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Staying on the ground with Mack. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He's going to get it running right. So quick on this. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. Vinatieri now for the point after. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football and give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 1 yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Muhammad. And an alley to run. The trot. There he goes, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it. And this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only 1 yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here we go now.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And a short gain down to about the 33. He could muster only 1 yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
There we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
A run by Mack to start the drive. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Rolling.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Still fighting. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
They'll run with Mack. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Mack. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
11. Kill.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The Colts on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Locke, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Throwing now, Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Indianapolis, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.